Jeroboam, son of Nebat, was a royal officer who served during the reign of King Solomon of Israel. He had risen through the ranks through hard work and courage and earned the position of chief officer over the labor force, a notably senior position in King Solomon's courts. Now, scripture records that towards the end of King Solomon's reign, Solomon greatly displeased the Lord by turning to the worship of the false gods of his foreign wives. So, the Lord decreed a stern judgment against him, that he would tear part of the throne from the house of David his father and hand it to one of Solomon's servants. So in due time, the Lord sent a prophet, Ahijah the Shilonite, to reveal this judgment to Jeroboam and declared to him that he would one day be king. Ahijah demonstrated this message prophetically by tearing Jeroboam's robe into 12 pieces and handing over 10 of them to a very bewildered Jeroboam. When King Solomon learnt of this prophecy, he tried to assassinate Jeroboam, but Jeroboam fled to Egypt, where he lived until King Solomon died and the set time arrived. Jeroboam therefore rushed back to Israel and, together with the whole assembly of Israel, demanded an audience with Solomon's son and heir, Rehoboam. "Your father put a heavy yoke on us," they said, "but now lighten the harsh labor and the heavy yoke, and we will serve you." But the young king responded with harsh, foolish words, thus causing the people to rebel and opening the door for Jeroboam to become the new king. Two new kingdoms emerged, one in the south ruled by Rehoboam and the other in the north ruled by Jeroboam. Thus, it can be said that Jeroboam came to power through a direct decree of the Most High God. He went on to rule Israel for 22 years, from 931 BC to 909 BC. But Jeroboam was very insecure and thought his subjects would someday turn back to Rehoboam in the south. So he came up with a cunning plan to keep his people from traveling to the south to Jerusalem for prayers and other holy festivities. He quickly made 2 golden calves and set one up in the city of Dan in the north of his kingdom and another in Bethel towards the south. Then he set up shrines and appointed priests to minister to the people, priests who were not even from the ordained tribe of Levi. Whoever wished to be priest, Jeroboam consecrated. Then he set up strange new feasts, replacing those ordained by the Lord himself. Thus, Jeroboam intentionally led the people away from the Lord, and they were never able to return to the worship of the one true God. They remained trapped in idolatry and all its corrupt practices for the next 200 years. Today, Jeroboam is remembered as the man who God entrusted with the new kingdom of Israel after removing 10 tribes from the rulership of the house of David. However, he is most remembered for so thoroughly corrupting the people's values that they were never able to leave idolatry and all other forms of corruption for the next 2 centuries. Indeed, the Bible refers to Jeroboam over and over as the king who made Israel sin. Well, as for the kingdom, almost 200 years after Jeroboam's death, God finally had enough. He destroyed the kingdom through war and sent the people to captivity, never to be seen again. They became what is now known as the lost tribes of Israel.